メアレイトの件だって私は魔法を好ましく思ったものさ。極めて合理的でクールで、しかも面白い子だとね。だから私の助手になってもらったわけだし。もちろん今の優しい君も嫌いじゃないけどね。
Dr. Leskinen gave a wink as he reached for his coffee cup.
ありがとう。いただくよ。
As he drank his coffee, he grabbed the corners of his eyelids and gave them a little massage. He was acting cheerful, but evidently he was really tired.
プログラムの検証って何をしていたんです？
ああ、今まとめている論文のあれだよ。
アマデウスが嘘をつくメカニズムですか？
その部分のプログラムが解析できると、人間が嘘をつく仕組みももっと詳しくわかるんだがね。
女性の嘘は時に重大な秘密を含んでいます。それを暴こうというのは安心しません。
Grace's expression was deadly serious.
何も君の嘘を暴こうって言うんじゃない。嘘をつく時の思考の過程を知りたいだけだよ。
まあいいです。何か暴露する羽目になったら、まず真帆先輩が隠してる甘い。
ちょっとおかしなことを言わないでちょうだい。っていうか、甘い秘密って何？
なんでしょうね。
She played dumb. Sometimes Kurisu liked to joke around. It was infuriating and at the same time kind of cute.
例えばゲームセンターで彼に取ってもらったぬいぐるみの件、私が気づいていないとでも？
は？
The first thing she thought of when she heard the word arcade was that what happened back in Akihabara in Japan. She tried so many times to get that stuffed animal and failed each time. Rintaro had won it easily and given it to her.
あれが何？
ずっと先輩のベッドに置いてあるんですよね。
何をバカなことを言っているの？あれはクリスのお母さんへのお土産よ。
じゃあなんで先輩の部屋に？
だってお母さんは新しい家をまだ探してるって言うし、それまでは仮のアパートメント住まいだし、引っ越しの時の荷物になったらあれかなと思って。
I'm sure.
本当ですか？
本当よ。だいたいあのぬいぐるみは私にとってもクリスの大事な思い出なんですもの。
やっぱり先輩のベッドにあるんですね、あれ。しかも抱いて寝てるなんてとってもキュート。そのあたりもっと詳しく教えてください。
That stupid computer program had tricked her. By the time she realized it, it was already too late. Both Kurisu and Leskinen, who'd been listening the whole time, were smiling at her. She glared at them, her cheeks flushed.
これはどうやらクリスの勝ちのようだね。
勝ち負けとか関係ありません。もう私は寝ます。おやすみなさい。
She turned to leave Dr. Leskinen's office, fuming. But before she could leave, Kurisu got in one final parting shot.
先輩、もう1週間も岡部と連絡取ってませんよ。忙しいからといって連絡をおろそかにしていると後で後悔しちゃいますからね。
あのね、どうしてもあなたは私と岡部さんをくっつけたいの
？Maho stormed over to the monitor, but Kurisu seemed unconcerned.
たまには直接会ってみたいなって
思いません。
そうか、残念だな。
Thanks, Leskinen. For some reason, Dr. Leskinen shook his head sadly.
近々また共同研究で日本に呼ばれているんだ。その時、レンタロウに連絡を取ってみようと思っているんだ。魔法も一緒に連れて行こうかどうか悩んでいたんだが、これはやめた方が良さそうだね。
I love you, Doctor. She'd heard nothing about this. Most of the time, whenever the professor had a project coming up, she'd hear about it through the school's network ahead of time.
日本へまた行くんですか？
うん。
She had to stop herself from immediately saying that she wanted to go too. If she did, Dr. Luskin and Kurisu would make fun of her again, but she didn't want to miss this chance. There was still a lot she needed to do in Japan. More than anything, she wanted to talk to Rintaro in person about the time machine about Kurisu. It definitely was not because she just liked talking to him. Totally.
ぜひ私も連れて行ってください。
In the end, she gave in.
おお、ついに素直になったんだね。
では告白プランを考えましょう。
あなたたちね。
Maho was starting to get tired of dealing with them.
ま、冗談はさておき、君を連れて行けるかどうかは微妙なところなんだ。
というと？
君は日本でいろいろな事件に巻き込まれたろう。脳科学研究所としてはそのことをかなり気にし、
そんな。
クリスの件もあったし、優秀な人材をこれ以上危険な目に遭わせるわけにいけないというのが。
私なら大丈夫です。現にこうして無事でいるじゃないですか。
Almost not. Your apartment was raided, you guys were shot at. I mean, there's a lot of things that didn't go very well.
ほう。つまり魔法はそこまでして日本にいるレンタロウに会いたいと。
いい加減セクハラになりますよ。
おお、sorry は勘弁してくれ。
でも本気で交際を検討してみては。将来的には岡部もこっちに来る可能性があるんでしょ。だった
おせっかいな親戚のおばさんみたいなことを言うのはやめなさい。
魔法の考えは理解したよ。私からも理事に話をしてみよう。ただし、だからといって日本に行けるという保証はできないからね。
はい。
私は結構本気なんですけどね。
まだ言っているの？まったく。
It really felt like she was talking to Kurisu. That feeling was much stronger when they first started on Amadeus, and that reminded her of something she'd almost done many times but stopped.
このクリスにタイムマシンのことを相談してみたらどうだろう。
That's a bad idea. She didn't know if Kurisu had completed the time machine theory before her death, but if she had, some clues to it might be hidden in Kurisu's memories. Of course, she couldn't ask in front of Dr. Leskinen, and she couldn't let others hear that she was making a time machine. If the rest of the lab found out, they'd make fun of her for sure. It wasn't even her field of research to begin with.
それじゃあ教授、そろそろ部屋に戻って寝ます。
Maho took her thermos and was about to leave the lab.
あ、ちょっと待った。最近魔法の記憶データを全く更新していないだろう。アマデウスの魔法のことだよ。
ああ、
日本に行く前に採取したデータが最後じゃないか？
それはですね。
Maho didn't know what to say. He was right.
日本ではいろいろと怖い体験をしましたし、アマデウスに悪い記憶を残すこともないかなと。
気持ちはわかるが、このままだと比較実験ができない。
A comparison trial involved loading memories from both before and after a given experience into Amadeus and seeing how it changed. These trials allowed them to see what effects experiences and knowledge had on the brain, but after Kurisu's passing, they became solely Maho's responsibility.
今の君とアマデウスの魔法とではあまりにも記憶が食い違いすぎていて、別人と言ってもいいほどになってしまっている。
はい、そうですね。
このままだと君をこのプロジェクトから外して他の誰かに頼まなくてはならないかもしれないよ。
それは。
Her expression darkened.
クリスばかり相手にしていないで、たまには自分も構ってあげなさい。きっと寂しがっている。明日必ず記憶の更新をしておくように。
わかりました。
Maho nodded her head and left the room. The reason she'd given to Dr. Leskinen for not updating Maho's memories was a real concern, but there was also another one. Rintaro's words.
なあ、アマデウスの研究には 米軍が関与していたりはしないよな。
She had no proof, but she couldn't get his words out of her head. She was some great power involved in the Amadeus research, something so powerful it was outside even Dr. Leskinen's control. If she updated her memory, Maho would learn about Grace's laptop and hard disk. She trusted Amadeus, but that would mean whoever was secretly trying to use the project for their own ends would find out. It seemed silly, almost delusional, to be worried about something like that, but she couldn't get it out of her mind ever since she'd come back to America.
でもやっぱり考えすぎよね。
She whispered to herself.
誰かそこにいるの？
Oh, god damn it. She heard a woman's voice from down the dark hallway. Maho stopped dead in her tracks. The hallway lights flipped on, and she saw a group of men and women coming down the corridor connected her building to the next one. The next building over was the physiology lab. Maho's brain science lab mostly investigated the workings of the brain itself. The other lab, on the other hand, was more of a medical department. They looked at how the workings of the brain affected mental states and mental illnesses.
すみません、冷や城真帆です。レスキネン教授の研究室の。
The woman at the head of the group was someone she knew. It was Dr. Reyes, a scientist at the lab.
あら、真帆だったの。
レイエス教授、こんな時間にお仕事ですか？
あなたも？
ええ、まあ。
お互いに仕事中毒だわね。
Judy Reyes' eyes narrowed beneath her glasses as she laughed.
アレクシスは？まだ自分のオフィスよね。
No, he decided to go run to get some fucking Taco Bell. Go over there.
はい、アマデウスの研究を。
ほんとご就寝ね。自分の娘と勘違いしてるんじゃないかしら。
こんな時間にレスキネン教授にお会いになるんですか？もし緊急でのミーティングなら私も。
その必要はないわ。私の研究に少し問題があってね。至急彼の知恵を借りたいのよ。
I don't like you.
あなたがいても特に頼めることはないでしょうし。あ、気を悪くしないでね。でも、ありがとう。
Dr. Reyes kept smiling as she walked past Maho towards the lab. The other scientists followed her.
研究に問題って一体何だろう？
She took a closer look and saw that she didn't recognize one of the people in the group. It was hard to say why she noticed him. He just didn't look like a scientist. When you spend enough time doing research, you start to get a feel for the people who are on the same line of work. But he had a totally different air about him, and what was worse, he was behaving extremely rudely towards Reyes. If he was one of her staff, he wouldn't act like that. And while everyone else was wearing white lab coats, he was wearing a freshly pressed shirt, a suit. It just didn't feel right. She was about to head back to her room when... It bothered her enough that she turned right back around and silently crept back to Dr. Leskinen's lab. Fucking call him or something. The door was slightly ajar. She could hear voices inside. She knew it was wrong, but she decided to push her face up against the door to listen.
いつまで泳がせておくつもり？
貴重な情報源だ。下手に動いて破棄でもされたらもったいないだろう。いずれにせよ今月中に日本に立つ。そこで回収するつもりさ。
なぜ半年近くも様子を見たのか、納得のいく説明ができるのかしら。
彼らは我々が知っていること以上の何かを隠しているような気がしてね。そこでアマデウスを使って聞き出そうとしたんだが、かなり警戒心が強い慎重な青年だよ、リンターロ・岡部は。
I don't want him to be evil. Be a good boy.
真帆にお得意の施術でもしてあげたら？
彼女は何も知らないと思うがね。
Maha started to panic when she heard her name. And then, she realized she'd made a big mistake. She'd so focused on listening to the conversation that she'd pressed her shoulder into the door. The door to the lab wasn't very well built. There was a loud creak and everyone in the lab turned around.
誰？
Running! She knew she could probably run, but her body refused to move. She couldn't understand what she was hearing, and even after they found her, she still couldn't move. She couldn't believe it. She didn't want to believe it. This was the worst than being in a thriller, she thought. The other scientist who were with Dr. Grace grabbed her arms tightly and dragged her into the room.
教授、今の話は一体。
She's dead. Dr. Laskin looked a little sad as he walked over to her. His huge body leaned forward and peered into her face.
やれやれ、聞いてしまったんだね。まあ、ちょうどいい。魔法、さっきの日本行きの話だけどね。やはり君にも一緒に来てもらおう。
She didn't know what that meant. Weren't the directors opposed to it? Was it something Dr. Leskinen could decide on his own? What was good timing? Confused, she glanced over at the computer screen, but Kersey was no longer there. The one thing she knew was... Okabe's warnings weren't the ramblings of a conspiracy theorist after all. That's wonderful. It was almost July. The rainy season hadn't been that bad this year, and what little remained of it had already disappeared. Temperature-wise, summer had come a long time ago. In other words, it had almost been a year since it happened. And then one Saturday afternoon, if I stayed home, not only would it be hot, but Dad would be on my case about helping with the family business. To get away, I'd come to the area around Ikebukuro Station. A year ago, I could have gone to the lab, but with Suzuha living there now, I'd mostly stopped going. But that meant it was hard to find a place to study on my days off. It was too much trouble to go to the university, and the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyway. After a lot of research, I'd settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home and spending a few hours there. In fact, a lot of other patrons did the same thing I did, buying a single cup of coffee and sitting there for hours on end. Some bought books, some bought computers. I chuckled to myself as I realized I'd joined the ranks of the other normals. Well, where are you? Oh, the usual cafe, right? I just went to your place and you weren't home. You did? Did my dad make a nuisance of himself again? It's okay, he gave me some barley tea. I have to go shopping. Will you come with me? Okay, I'll leave now. Wait for me. So they went to my house. My family's business was called Okabe Greengrocer. It was a beat-up old store located in a run-down shopping street. The place was almost 40 years old, and I really want them to rebuild it. My mind had wandered. My Yuri was going to be here in less than 15 minutes, so maybe it was time to call it a day. I'd worked pretty hard during the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I was a little surprised at how hard I'd been working lately. I could feel how having a goal gave me energy. I needed to get to Victor Condia University as soon as I could. You know, I really, I want to put a stopgap on that one. Should probably rethink that. Since I was still testing Amadeus, I'd kept in touch with Maha via email and online chat. She must have been working hard because she was always sleepy. Oh, fuck it. Why doesn't answer it?
はい。
何よ。どうして声を潜めてる？
I'm in public.
しー。今店の中なんだ。頼むから。俺の都合に関係なく連絡してくるのはやめてくれ。
あんたがどこで何してるかなんてさすがに把握してないわよ。それとも私に24時間監視してほしいの？あんたが寝てる姿とかお風呂入ってる姿とか全部覗き見してほしいと？
You'd enjoy it.
なかなかの変態ね。
知った口を聞いてすみませんでした。
私が連絡したってあんたが出たくなければ出なくていいの。それぐらいで怒ったりしない。
そうだな。
まあ今は迷惑みたいだからお望み通り切るわ。
No, it's fine. I'll talk to you a little bit.
確かにスマホで 3D モデルの女と真面目な顔して会話してる大学生男子ってかなり気持ち悪いし。
Yeah, just a little bit weird.
お前な。
冗談よ。
are you?
いつも相手をしてくれて、これでも一応感謝は。
そういう話はいいから、とにかく切るぞ。
Kurisu always talks so much. The real one used to talk a lot too. Having her in a place like this always drew a lot of attention and made me feel awkward. Looking at the stream and talking was embarrassing. Was embarrassing was all. So I don't want to propose that I talk to her like I was on a normal phone. And this is what she said. Why do I have to stare at a close-up of the side of your head? She really was a selfish little program. Turn your head, don't look, close your eyes. Mayuri and I met up and headed for Tokyo Hands. When I stepped inside the air-conditioned store, I felt refreshed. If it was hot in June, I shuddered to think what it was going to be like in July or August.
それで、一体何を買うつもりなんだ？
商品宣伝用のポップを作るんだ。だからそれ用のカードとか蛍光ペンとか。
今年はコミマで同人誌でも出す気か？
違うよ。岡部製菓店で使うんだよ。
は？なんだって？
My family business.
オカリンの家に行った時にね、おじさんとそんな話になって、じゃあマユシーが作りますって立候補したの。
おいおい。
My dad could be such a jerk.
お前がそんなことする必要ないんだぞ。
でもマユシーがやりたいからやっているのです。
本当にいいのか？
オカリンやおじさんおばさんにはいつもお世話になってるから。
じゃあ代わりに今度何かプレゼントするよ。
I took a quick look around and saw that they were selling a lot of things you could use for advertising. I decided to mostly leave the purchasing decisions up to Mayuri. She spent quite a while deciding what to buy. But well, maybe because of all the time she spent at May Queen, her taste ran in the direction of cute and anime. Part of me thought it was dangerous to leave it up to her, but still, they'd asked her, not me. It wasn't any of my business. I should just leave it to her. And so I decided to wander around the store while Mayuri finished her shopping, but... Oh my god.
どうかしたか？
Leave me alone.
もしかして買い物中？
ああ、マユリとな。
へえ、デート？
No.
スイーツかっこ笑い。
その呼び方はやめろと言ったろうが。
だったらお前も恋愛脳の癖を直すんだな。
はいはい、わかったわよ。でも、まゆりさんって可愛いわよね。
I mean, she's not my type.
あんな可愛い年下の幼馴染がいるなんて、あんた恵まれてるわよ。
I'm kinda neutral on it.
そうだな。
これじゃ真帆先輩の勝ち目は絶望的じゃない。可愛げもないし、年齢でも勝てないし、身長も負けてるし、あとバスト的なものも惨敗
Hey,
だし。
shorter isn't a bad thing, usually.
かわいそうな先輩。
それをヒヤジョーさんの前で言ったらプログラム丸ごと消去されるぞ。
というか、私、未だにまゆりさんを紹介してもらってな。あんた、友達は結構いるのに、私のことは誰にも教えようとしないわよね。
That's because it's kind of sad and depressing.
守秘義務的なものがあるんだ。あまり人に教えないようにって言われてる。
本当にそれだけなの？実は私と話してるのを人に見られたくないんじゃない？
そんなことはないさ。どうしても紹介してほしいならヒヤジョーさんに許可をもらうぞ。手始めに俺が一番頼りにしている男である
No.
ダルを紹介しよう。
No.
あいつならお前には相当食いつくはずだ。
24時間延々とエロ目線で見つめられてハーハーされ続けるんですね。わかります。変態が怖い。
If anything, introduce her to Ferris or something. Make her regret ever wanting to talk to your friends. Kurisu went pale and started to shake. I told Kurisu all the things of what kind of person Dara was. She could easily imagine what would happen if she ever fell into his clutches.
やっぱり紹介はしてくれなくていいわ。あんたが相手をしてくれるだけで十分と思わなくちゃ。
おかえり
Mayuri walked over carrying a shopping basket.
あれ今誰と話してたの
The organization.
ああ、
I looked down at my phone. Kurisu had disappeared, and my smartphone was back at its home screen. Evidently, Kurisu had hung up.
大学の先輩からだった。
そっか
I knew I didn't have to hide Kurisu, but at the same time, Mayuri was the one person I didn't want to find out. She knew I'd failed to save Makise Kurisu last
それ
summer.
で買うものは決まったか？
Well, I mean, Daru knows too. Though it's easier for Daru to
こんな
understand
感
it,
じでど
probably.
うかな
The basket was filled with hardened star-shaped cardstock. This didn't really go with the store's look. I decided when I started. I was going to let Mayuri make the decisions. Dad might complain later, but I didn't care. He was the one who asked for Mayuri for help, not me. So I went over to the register. Since it was Saturday, the checkout area was overflowing with shopping carts. Since it was going to take a while, I sent Mayuri to browse the toy section on another floor. I knew they'd had some stuff from one of her favorite shows, Rainet Kakaru. Mayuri looked apologetic, but did what I told her to. In the end, I waited a whole 15 minutes at the register. As an apology, I decided to get the present I'd promised her. She seemed really happy when she stared at the keychain. It was Upa, the mascot character from Rainet Kakaru series. Oh wow, that goes to Kakaru later. I told her that when she went over to the toy section that she could pick out anything she wanted, and this is what she chose.
ウーパならもう大量に持ってるのにずいぶん嬉しそうだな。しかもそれって普通の緑色のウーパだろ。レアなのは確かメタルウーパだっけか。
The most popular and rarest of the Upas was the shiny silver and metal Upa. For example, whenever there was a lottery for rare Rainet Kakaru stuff at the convenience store, the top prize was always a metal Upa. Mayuri had told me once that they sold for 10,000 yen, tens of thousands of yen at auction. Fucking unreal. For some reason, Mayuri was wagging her finger at me.
違うんだなこれはね緑のウーパさんだけど普通のとは違うの
Oh my god.
この前やってた映画に登場した緑の妖精さんウーパなんだよ
Oh, obviously. Couldn't think of it, there had been a Rainet Kakaru movie coming out in spring. Had Mayuri sat in the theater full of little kids to watch it.
緑の妖精さん？
映画のネタバレ
Yes.
でもいいかない
いぞ、どうせ見ないし。
今回の映画はねバーチャル世
Oh my
界で
god.
悪のスーパーハッカーさんたちとバトルをするんだそのバーチャル世界が妖精さんの住む森なのですスーパーハッカーさんはすごく強くてねかけるくんもウーパもピンチになっちゃうんだけどもうダメだーっていう時にね妖精さんたちが助けに来てくれるの実は
Riveting.
その妖精さんたちはかけるくんがお世話をしてた学校の花壇のお花さんたちだったんだよいつも優しくしてくれるかけるくんを助けるためにねバーチャル世界でピカピカーンって光って
Wow.
ウーパと合体するんだ
This plot is very intricate.
それがこの緑の妖精さんウーパーすっごく可愛いしすっごく強いんだよまゆし感動したなそういう
Genius.
話に弱いんだ
Genius.
監督さん天才だよ
なるほどな。
It was rare for Mayuri to get this excited about something. I took a closer look and saw the design was a little different from the standard Upa. I don't know a lot about Upas, so I couldn't say exactly what was different.
このキーホルダーね結構あちこち探してたんだ
Oh, Mayuri.
すっごく人気があってねどこも売り切れだったんだよ
ラッキーだったな。
しかもこれが最後の1個だったんだよ。
Yeah, whatever works.